Hello home bakers! If you love light and fluffy cakes with a subtle caramel flavor, this caramel chiffon cake is one to try. This chiffon has a soft, airy crumb with delicate caramel notes woven throughout. Then it's finished with silky caramel whipped cream, caramel sauce, and toasted almonds for the perfect finishing touch. Join me as I show you how to make this elegant homemade cake from scratch. Alright, let's bake. This recipe makes a 7-inch chiffon cake. Here are the ingredients you will need, or you can click the link in the description box below for the full printable recipe on my website. Step 1. Make the caramel sauce. Simply add the sugar and water to a saucepan and heat over medium heat until the sugar dissolves. I actually wish I had a smaller saucepan because we are only making a small amount of caramel today. While the sugar is cooking, don't stir it. This can cause crystallization and force you to start over. Instead, gently swirl the pan occasionally to help it cook evenly. Once the sugar has completely dissolved, keep a close eye on it. It will turn from clear to a beautiful amber color very quickly. This is when the caramel develops its rich flavor, so don't walk away. As soon as it reaches a deep amber color, turn off the heat and carefully pour in the double cream. The caramel is extremely hot, so it will bubble up quite a bit. Keep stirring until the caramel is smooth and well combined. Then transfer it to a heat-proof bowl and let it cool completely before using. Step 2. Make the cake batter. Start by preheating the oven to 160 degrees Celsius fan. Having the oven at the correct temperature is essential for helping the chiffon cake rise properly. Now separate the eggs. The whites go into a big mixing bowl while the yolks in a medium one. Be careful at this stage. Any yolk getting into the whites can affect how well they whip up. Then add the vegetable oil, milk, and vanilla extract to the egg yolks and beat everything together until fully emulsified, with no oil floating on top. This keeps the fats evenly distributed in the batter. For the dry ingredients, sieve in the cake flour and salt. Sifting removes any lumps and aerates the flour, helping the cake stay light and tall. Continue beating at medium speed until just combined. If you still see a little flour stuck on the sides of the bowl, that's fine. We will finish mixing it by hand with a spatula. This helps prevent overmixing and keeps the cake crumb fine and tender. Step 3. Make the meringue. Add the lemon juice and start whisking at medium-low speed until foamy. Keep the mixer running and gradually add the sugar in 2 stages, giving each addition 30 seconds to a minute to dissolve. Once all the sugar is added, increase the speed to medium-high and whisk until steep peaks form. As the meringue approaches the steep peak stage, you will notice distinct trail marks left by the whisk on the surface. To check, lift the whisk. If the peak holds its shape, the egg whites are ready. This is exactly what we are looking for. Scoop a small amount of the meringue into the egg yolk batter and gently fold it in using a whisk to loosen the mixture. This makes it much easier to incorporate the batter into the remaining meringue without deflating too much of the air. Gradually add the remaining meringue in small batches, gently folding after each addition until no white streaks remain before adding the next batch. You will know it's ready when the batter looks smooth, light, and evenly combined with a soft, airy consistency throughout. Now that the caramel sauce has completely cooled, take a small amount of the batter and mix it into the caramel first to loosen its texture. This helps it blend more evenly into the batter later. Then gently fold it through the remaining batter using a very light hand. A few folds are all you need. Be careful not to overmix so you can keep as much airiness as possible. This recipe is for a 7-inch tube pan. Make sure the pan is not greased and don't line it with parchment paper. Chiffon cakes need to cling to the sides and the center tube to rise properly. Lift the pan a few inches above the counter and drop it a few times to release any large air bubbles. Then run a skewer through the batter to remove the smaller ones. Then bake immediately in a preheated oven for about 35 to 38 minutes or until a skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. Once baked, remove the cake from the oven and immediately invert the pan to cool. This helps the chiffon cake set properly and prevents it from shrinking as it cools. While the cake is cooling, let's make some caramel whipped cream for decorating. This will not only enhance the look, but also add a delicious caramel flavor to every bite. Step number 4. Make the caramel whipped cream. Start by chilling a mixing bowl in the refrigerator while preparing the caramel sauce. Actually, the method for making the caramel sauce for the whipped cream is almost exactly the same as for the cake, just a larger batch and takes a bit longer. Once all the sugar has dissolved and turns a deep amber color, remove it from the heat and pour in 100 ml of chilled double cream and stir until smooth and fully combined. Be cautious at this stage, the mixture is extremely hot, so stir very carefully until smooth and fully combined. To enhance the flavor, add butter and salt, and continue stirring until everything is well incorporated. Then transfer the caramel sauce into a heat-proof bowl and let it cool completely at room temperature. In the chilled mixing bowl, add the remaining 200 ml double cream, vanilla extract, and icing sugar. Whisk on medium speed until salt peaks form. You will know it's ready when the cream holds its shape, but the tip softly folds over when you lift the whisk. Now add as much of the caramel sauce as you want, according to your desired level of sweetness, into the whipped cream, remembering to hold back a small amount for decoration. For your reference, I use about half of it. Gently fold it through to create a beautiful marbled effect. Be careful not to overmix, you want to keep those ribbons of caramel visible. Overmixing can cause the cream to split, so stop once it's just combined. Once done, cover and refrigerate until ready to use. Step 5. Toast the almonds. Apart from adding extra caramel creaminess to the cake, I also want to bring in a little crunch for contrast to the soft, airy chiffon cake. So let's toast some almond flakes. Toast them in a pan over medium-low heat, stirring them constantly to prevent them from burning. Alternatively, you can toast them in the oven, but keep a close eye on them as they can burn quite easily. Once they turn golden brown and release a nutty aroma, remove them from the heat and immediately spread them onto a baking tray or a sheet of foil to cool completely. Step 6. Decorate the cake. Now the cake has cooled completely and there is no sign of shrinking. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Alright, let's unmold it. Use a spatula to carefully glide between the pan and the cake, keeping it against the pan rather than the cake to avoid damaging the delicate surface. I can't wait to decorate this one because if you know me, you know I love decorating chiffon cakes. Then repeat the same process around the center tube. Take extra care here as the space is much narrower. Gently push up the base and the cake should release cleanly from the pan. Oh wow, look at that! Next, place the cake stand or serving plate over the pan and carefully turn it upside down. Then run the spatula around the base of the pan to release the cake. It should come away beautifully. The cake smells amazing. It's absolutely delicious served just as it is. But as you know me, I love dressing up my chiffon cakes. A little decoration can make a humble chiffon cake look even more special while adding extra flavor and texture. Before applying the decoration, I like to gently brush away any loose crumbs from the sides. This gives the cake a cleaner finish and makes it easier to spread the cream evenly. Now everything is ready. Let's decorate. I'm so excited for you to try this recipe. The cake is soft, light and airy with a delicate hint of caramel in every bite. It's elegant, comforting and absolutely delicious. If you would like to make it yourself, click the link in the description box below for the full recipe, along with my tips for baking the perfect chiffon cake. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who loves baking, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a new recipe. I would love to have you join me as we continue baking together. If you have any questions or just want to say hi, leave me a comment below. I always enjoy hearing from you. And if you love chiffon cakes, be sure to check out my chiffon cake playlist. I have shared 10 different chiffon cake recipes, and I'm sure you will find one you will love. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.